Hey, 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 and happy Friday. And it's not just our regular Friday, it's our Black Friday, right? Right the day after Thanksgiving, right after we express our gratitude, what we are thankful for in our life. This is the day where everybody is rushing to buy something for the sales, hitting for the sales. And this is actually the day where I usually show up on every Friday, and today I'm taking this opportunity just to say that on a day like Black Friday, when the world is loud and everything feels urgent, your intuition becomes the one voice that tells you the truth. And that's exactly what today is all about. And if this is the first time you are tuning in, welcome to my world. My name is Irina Portnova, and I am here to teach you how do we tap to that law of attraction? How can we have the guidance and manifest consciously everything what we desire into our life? And we today are going to dive into the topic of intuition, because again, intuition is our guiding light. Intuition is something that help us to make the great choices. And especially for this Black Friday holiday, I offer this amazing bundle on intuition. It called Intuition Click. And why it's important for you? Because we make the worst decisions when we are stressed, when we are rushed, or when we are overwhelmed. And let's be honest, the holidays bring all of that at once. But our mind gets pulled in hundreds of directions, and our intuition becomes always important because it knows the way. Your intuition shows up as the feeling in your body, a quiet nudge, a sense of this feels right or this doesn't sit well with me. And it's that soft voice that guiding our back to ourselves when everything around us feels chaotic. And this is our GPS system. Our intuition actually is guiding us, right? And today I would like to invite you, when everything is rushing, when everything is running around, just tune in and to ask yourself, what is important for me in this time? Is this for me important just to acquire another thing, or buy something that I might not even use going forward? Or this is the time where I want to connect more to myself and to understand what is the gift that I want to give to myself personally, right? Because again, when we are tuning into our intuition help us to hear our own voice instead of outside expectations, to make choices that feel just for us. They feel natural, they are not rushed. This is something that we are strengthening when we want to tap into our inner yes, and our intuition help us to select what is for us. So this particular bundle that I'm offering isn't about buying more things. It's about gifting yourself something that actually lasts. You'll receive the clarity, you'll receive the confidence and connection to your own guidance. Because once you learn to hear your own intuition, everything in your life is going to change. You become definite when you're making any decisions in your life. Your energy feels lighter and your path becomes clearer. So that's exactly when your intuition clicks, that becomes the momentum where everything is changing for you. And why I designed this product, because a lot of times I personally use my intuition, because my intuition is very helping me on making every choice. And nowadays, I do not doubt. I do not sit in that gas mode. I'm actually connecting to my intuition, and I make the choices that guide me to something beautiful. And why is it important for us? Because we are all having that powerful intuition. We all have it. Somebody is more tuned into that, somebody is not, but we are so trained just to follow our logical mind. And when we follow the logic, A lot of times we are not giving ourselves permission to connect with something that's truly important for ourselves, right? Because there is something that we might want, whether saying yes to the person, right, that we want to explore the relationship, whether to end the relationship that doesn't serve us, whether to step and say yes boldly to the new work opportunities, to explore something, or even starting our own business to follow our passion. But then our logic is going to show up right away, because that's exactly how we were trained. And our logical mind is going to give us all the reasons why we are not going to do that, because you haven't done it before. You are going to fail. Who said you're going to succeed? And we tap into all our past experiences why things did not work for us. I just want you to pause and just think for a second. Anything that you desire in your life, once you make the decisions, when you're sitting in the decision, all of a sudden your mind goes to negativity and gives you all the excuses why you can't do it. You do not have time. This is not the right time. This is not the course that it's going to give you the results. And we are so programmed to go into the negativity before we actually tap and decide for ourselves. This is exactly what we meant to do, right? That's why I came up with this bundle, because this is a great entry point if you want to develop your relationship with the intuition, something that you can really understand, because our intuition always guide us. Our intuition is spotless on everything what we have in our life. But a lot of times we acquire it because we are constantly follow our logical mind. But our logical mind sometimes just not giving us the permission to have exactly what we desire in our life. So this is your invitation. This is your day to tune in to your intuition and to say yes to yourself. Say yes to experience something else. Say yes to explore something interesting in your life. Because again, life is about the experiences. Life is not about accumulation of different things, because remember, experience is something where we expand our consciousness, where we connect with different people, when something that we are going to remember at the end of our life. And what is something that you are not allowing yourself to explore? Maybe this is the new opportunity. Maybe this is something to step into the new chapter in your life. And that bundle is actually going to help you to connect with that. How do we do that? Once you claim that bundle and the price is ridiculously low, like you cannot say no to yourself, because this is, if we are not giving ourselves permission to buy something reasonable, how do you give yourself permission to buy something when it's more pricey, right? So I made it super super affordable so everybody can actually tune in if that speaks to you. If you are listening to this live or in the replay, and if something inside of you just, like, has that nudge or something, I'm curious, I just want to explore, I just want to see what this is all about, this is your intuition telling you that that's the right move. Because once you sign up, you are going to receive the access to 4 audios where we explore intuition. You learn 4 levels of intuition. You learn, how do I actually recognize intuition? What are the ways that I can tap to that intuition? You have 4 meditations that connect you to that space that has all the answers. How do we really recognize what comes from our intuition or what comes from our logical mind? And you also have the workbooks, because through these exercises, you are going to understand yourself better. You are going to understand how your intuition speaks. And why would this all be a valuable experience? Because again, it allows us to trust ourselves more when we are making the decisions. We are not second guessing ourselves. We are just boldly stepping into the experience and start understanding what is the guidance is. We all have that guidance, but again, not everybody is tuning in. And that's your opportunity to explore. And the cherry on top is the consult with me, because we come together, we sit together, we'll see what is something that not allowing your intuition to really go full force and tap to that side of you that already has the answers, and you are going to receive the next intuitive guidance. Where do you want to go? What step you want to take? And you can actually ask me any specific question, because I do receive the information, the download from you for you, and you'll have the answer for yourself. During the consult, you'll hear the message that is meant just for you, because that's exactly what my gift is. And that's how I can help others to really put themselves on the right path if you're on the crossroads, right? Again, we were not meant to do this alone. This is a great opportunity just to tap and to see what this is all about. And again, if you feel some kind of curiosity, even the little nudge, a little spark, or like you feel that your heart is expanding as you're listening to this live, or if you are still listening to it, if you're still watching, this is the sign for you. Just take that bold step, because again, we are the ones to allow ourselves to experience something. And if we are staying with the fixed mindset, when we are not allowing ourselves to tap and open ourselves up for the opportunities, for the possibilities, this is something that we want to give ourselves the permission to do, right? And a lot of people, I released the sale starting yesterday, the Thanksgiving time, and it's going to be closed at the end of Sunday. So if something in you speaks to yourself and saying, yes, this is for me, this is what my invitation is, go and purchase it. It's going to be the best gift. I promise, this is the best gift that you gave to yourself in many, many other years. And this is something that you are going to explore. And this is the guidance that's going to help you for many years to go. Because again, there are more invisible things than visible. And if we just navigate with our five senses, we are missing out on something super important, on something, on the guidance that we all have inside of us, but we do not tap to. And once we understand how to connect with our intuition, once we understand how to tap into the answers from our intuitive side of nature, I promise your life is never going to be the same. So, if that message resonates with you, if there is anything that just says go and try and check, this is my invitation. Do that, because the price goes up as of Monday, and people are buying. People are buying because this is the greatest deal you can ever receive. So my invitation to you, just go and give yourself that gift during the holiday season. Love you lots. There is a link, and you also can go to bit.ly / intuition 88 and claim that gift and explore for yourself, because that message came to you for a reason. If you turn in during this video, if you're going to watch in the replay, just know that there are no coincidences in the universe. Everything was already guided you to listen to this live and start exploring your intuition. So love you lots. Have a beautiful, beautiful Black Friday, the rest of the weekend, and give yourself the gift of tuning to your intuition so everything starts clicking. You can make quick decisions. You can live this life on a completely different level of excitement, of exploration, and everything starts from just acquiring this bundle. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next Friday on another episode.